Hello there. Good evening to you. Good morning. Good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. I want us to check this audio before we go ahead this evening. Let me know if the audio is fine right on your own screen there. So I'm going to check mine. So the sound is fine. I think then we are good. So we can get started. Let's share the video. Invite your friends. Tell them that Maiyegun is live, and then I'm gonna do the same. Just for a minute.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọba bá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí pa.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Hello there. Good evening to you. Good morning again, and then top of this moment to you from wherever you are joining me from. This is Maiyegun live, and if you are yet to subscribe on Maiyegun's Diary Politico, you might not see it as maybe, at least when Maiyegun always go live. It's always anytime, between 9 o'clock in the evening or probably anytime in the afternoon as well, anytime from 4 p.m. Yes, those times. You've managed to master them, even though I don't have a schedule. The only guaranteed schedule is my 9 p.m. broadcast. I think that is becoming kind of, people are becoming used to the 9 p.m., except when we are unable to do it. So subscribe onto Maiyegun's Diary Politico. It is right there under this video. Even if you are watching from home, if you are watching on your TV at home, you can even just grab your phone. I mean, come on, grab the phone, go onto YouTube, search for Maiyegun's Diary Politico, right? And once you find it, right, subscribe, click notification. The next time Maiyegun is live, you will be the first to know. Just like 38,000 others will always know whenever Maiyegun is live. Set your notification as well. Tonight is another update. Yes, we are going to again bring ourselves again to the reality. I am somebody who actually live in I'm a realist, if you want to call me that. A realist is somebody who knows that there are things that are practical. There are things that are just only good in theory. And because of this, I happen to be one of those who understand the difference between the two. And for those who probably just easily point fingers at us that, okay, why don't you do everything? What have you done to make Nigeria better? What have you not done? And all that stuff. People do point fingers because it seems to be like every time we turn on the camera, every time we all have to pick up our phones to discuss about Nigeria, we discuss about everything that is wrong with the country because we are tired. Tired enough to know that there is nothing we can do to change it. Many of us didn't start it this way. For those who have been following Maiyegun for a very long time, they will tell you there was a time Maiyegun was everywhere. You will still see my videos everywhere where I was encouraging diasporans, encouraging the young people that, you know what, if you will say the system is bad, the politicians are bad, why don't you all get involved? Get involved, take over the government, take over the system, and change it to whatever you think will work for you. There are many, many of my Biafran brothers today. Some of them are now saying, hey, Maiyegun, now you are talking. Shebi, you are doing, get involved. Then we told you, oh, now loss. Nigeria is messed up. Nothing you can do to make it different because it is the system. Forget who is there now. And I was like, I know. But it is better to have, in my own experience, something practical. I didn't just talk about it. For those who might not know how much influence I have used my platform to make in so many things going on in that country, especially in the Yoruba land, part of Nigeria. I am a practical person. I'm a realist. Try it out. When you know that, oh, okay, yeah, I think I get it now. Now, I not because we didn't know, we knew then. But the excuse was that there is no money. To join Nigeria politics is money. You can't even win party tickets because everybody wanted to be in PDP, APC, Egbekegbe. So we floated a party. So some of you who don't know, okay, I, with some of my friends, I convinced here, we floated a party in Nigeria, a party that was registered. I managed to inspire so many people. I was doing inspire to perspire to acquire. I was encouraging many of you, my friends, that let us go back there, get involved, take over the government. I was telling people about Scotland. I said, listen, I know Oduduwa Republic is the greatest thing that will happen to my generation, if that should happen. But wait, why don't you let us use Scotland style? Let us take over government in Southwest. Get rid of all these mad people. So that when you now have people who are pro-Oduduwa in power, they will not be afraid to congregate in Abuja and say, yeah, we want to leave Nigeria. When you are in control of all the states, that was my own idea. I was being naive, but it's good. It helped me. So if I'm the one sitting before you today telling you that it's a waste of time, if you think you have anything to do to change that country, from my own experience, it's a waste of time. You can't. We started a political party. We started mobilizing people. We, the Association of Victims of Bad Governance, youth, old people, pensioners. We spoke to them directly. Last, people believed what I said. They got inspired. There were people who returned back from the US and they picked nomination form in Green Party. They were ready to not just talk. They were ready to contribute and probably be part of that difference and change. Oh boy, we did everything. Ogun State is a typical example where I come from. Out of 20 local government areas, we mobilized money, and we got over 17 local government secretariat for Green Party. We had no money from anybody, just our money, donating, coming together, talking to people. You know what I'm talking about? Including the state capital secretariat, just to let you know that we are not just talking. People picked up forms. Young people, we said everybody picking up form is free. Pick up the forms. We pursued it to their INEC, DSS. We did all the clearances for all of them. They got passed. The Green Party got listed as among the parties to contest in 2019 election. My friends were saying, Maiyegun, you are wasting your time. I said, leave me alone. I want to know. I don't want to bore you with the long story. On the day of election, the people we brought together, they were the people mobilizing our own people to go and vote for APC. Those who remained with us on the day of election, they were telling us that at all, not bad. Anything at all. Just give us something. We cannot waste our vote. And they right there, they were collecting 100 naira, 200 naira, and they were voting for APC, voting for PDP, APC, PDP. On the day of election, long story short, I can remember when I was in Nigeria, some of them even told me that because I am preventing them from milking those they considered as abroadians who return back to participate in that exercise, that because Maiyegun won't let them milk them. Have you seen where candidates are also hustling other candidates? They are all candidates in the same party. That's why I said it's a long story. They told me that if they burn me well, if they burn you well, come to Abeokuta. If they burn you well, come to this area. Simply because my own party members, so that's why I said long story short. But I got the experience, a very brilliant experience. So I got to know people. My own Green Party state chairman, party chairman, state, it was, on 2 days to election, he picked up his phone, right? Simply because he asked for 20,000 naira from senatorial candidates. That one has been giving him 20,000 naira for that month. He couldn't get that 20,000 naira. 2 days to election. Meanwhile, when he was asking for that money, he was sitting at the beer parlor of the PDP senatorial candidate, the person running against his own party candidate in the same senatorial district, Abeokuta. And when he texted her and she didn't pick up the call, she didn't reply the text, when he was drinking at another opposition beer parlor, he sent a text message to the party group, WhatsApp group, what do you call it? That is my own party, my own party. They are Yorubas. We were all poor. We were all trying to say, okay, maybe because they are poor, we are all poor. Maybe if we gain power, we will know how to treat poor people. We know how to take care of ourselves. Not be so. He sent a message to everybody and he said he has now ordered everybody in Green Party to go and vote for that person, PDP candidate, to 2 days to election. 2 years of bringing all of them together. 2 years. 2 days to election. Party chairman, state, send a message. That woman that left America with her money, doing all the mobilization, meeting all the market women, everybody, you know what I mean? You know what they did to her? 2 days to election because of 20,000 naira and a bottle of stout. That's the kind of people I dealt with. So I have friends who continue to believe that maybe they can still go and do something. No problem. You can be patriotic from abroad, but until you burn your finger. That's the political part. If they say, what have you done to go back? That is my own experience. Come back home. If you want to change anything, come back home. That come back home, they are not different from the criminals that are leading them. They are not different too. That's why sometimes when we say, well, not that because they hate corruption or an average Nigerian, no, not because he hates corruption or because he hates oppression and he's complaining about it all the time. We all complain a lot. Oh, oppression, this and that, Abi. But if you look very well, you will realize that the reason why an average Nigerian complain about corruption, complain about oppression, complain about all these things we complain about is because they are not the one doing it. Do you understand? When you see Nigerians, not all of them or not everybody, but when you see those die-hard Mumu Madus, Bele lecturers, Mumu lecturers, Buhari idiots, and so on and so forth, all those they are not complaining about it because they hated it. No. Pay attention. Most of them are complaining because they are not the one oppressing others. They are not the one destroying others. Give them that chance, they will do worse. But it's not all of them because there are still good people who are still thinking clearly. Come back home. Why don't you come back home and change it? Why don't you do this and that or change that? It's not because they want to change it. No, they're They're not interested in changing anything because everybody is waiting for his own turn. But there is something I discovered. Okay. And that's a very strong power that I found out about the diasporans. A pastor came out today, Pastor Ade Farati, I believe, and he was talking to his church members. He said, you should all begin to have plan B if you don't have plan B. What is plan B? Plan B is to leave Nigeria as soon as possible, you and your family. If you still want to survive with what is coming, you better have plan B. Akinifesi or Akinifesi, thank you very much. I don't know if I pronounced that right? Thanks so much for your super sticker there. Much appreciated. Princess is on there as well, right? Thank you. Plan B, because they know what is coming. You should have a plan B. Well, I have discovered something which many of you possibly have also somehow discovered, because people have told me, Maiyegun, sometimes I'll be thinking about something when I'm watching you, and boom, you will just say it out, and I will be like, are you reading my mind? Maybe you have also been, somehow you've also discovered this. Something huge, something serious gidigonio is going to happen. This Nigeria that you see today, you will not see it again. What they are doing right now is called buying time, which is understandable. They are buying time, okay? But again, last year, there is this report about the sudden upsurge in how much Nigerians, elite Nigerians, rich Nigerians, how much they are now buying citizenship of different countries in some of these islands that their population are not even up to 400,000 people. They don't have intention of living in those countries. But because they have seen that something is coming, something terrible that is going to shake Nigeria, break Nigeria, and wherever you find yourself that time, Baba, just bear the name. If you are smart enough, you will be part of those who wants to shape where they want to find themselves when Nigeria finally break up. But something is going on. Very, very strong going on. So they were paying even up to $1 million to buy citizenship of those small countries. You know why? Because as citizens of those countries, they will have a visa-free access to America, to Canada, to major countries in Europe. And that is all they wanted. So that they don't have to queue for visa. All they need to do is just buy tickets. So all they have to do is what? Once Nigeria, many of them have left. Many of them are watching me right now. Many of them are watching this video from their base in America, Canada, everywhere. They will tell you, I left Nigeria 2 years ago. It's not because they are hungry. It's not because of anything. It's not because they don't have any investment. Like people say, you have to invest for your future. They have money. They have everything. Some of them are working good jobs. For the past 4 years, many of them have been working on how to move their family out. And many have been moving out. You know why? Because they have been buying their citizenship, buying for their children. That will allow them to live in the UK for as long as they want. Since they have money, they will have access to the medical facilities. Their children will have access to better education, better opportunities, and their future is whatever they want to become, they can become. Not in Nigeria. Even Boko Haram and co. If you are smart enough, look at it this way. Nigeria is burning down. They said they were going to build refineries so that Nigeria will stop importation of fuel, right? Now, they continue to import fuel, pay subsidy, even despite the fact that they have increased your pump price for petrol and all that. Abi, that has affected everything, Abi. For 6 years, they failed. They intentionally, they destroyed the rest of whatever is left of the scrap, all your refineries, Abi. And they started putting money on Dangote, easing out his dollar exchange for him, doing all of those baranda. Why they destroy what could have benefited and saved millions of jobs, millions of lives, and at least keep some people sane. But they were building Dangote. They know that Dangote, if Nigeria break up, who is going to sell crude oil to Dangote? Where is Dangote going to find crude oil to refine in his refinery? Meanwhile, on the other hand, they are using Nigeria money to build Niger Republic. Do you know that Niger Republic is the 37th state of Nigeria? Do you know that? Oh, you don't know? Well, unofficially, not official yet. When they make sure that the refineries in Nigeria will never work, any new one will never be built, they were increasing the capacity of the refinery in Niger Republic from 25,000 barrel a day. They are celebrating that it is now 50,000, from 25,000 to 50,000 barrels a day. And you know what? They are celebrating it as achievement of Bokwari, that they will now be importing 45,000, 50,000 barrel of refined crude oil from Niger Republic. But there is no state in Nigeria that could build a refinery from scratch. Even 50,000. Nigeria extracts or sell 2 million barrel of barrel of crude oil every day. In April, this past April, imagine somebody selling crude oil 2 million barrel. Even if you are selling the crude oil for $1, that is $2 million, Abi. Now, $2 million times 30 days. Is that not $60 million, Abi? Change them to Naira. Abi? In April, NNPC, they declared zero return. It is deliberate. It is intentional. They are ruining. While they are also importing more terrorists to continue to wreak havoc in southern Nigeria. It was deliberate. And today, when you look at those who are educated and jobless, or those who are living like slaves, despite their education and where they come from, you will realize that they domiciled in the region where they are telling you that we still have a business to be part of Nigeria for God knows what. I don't know. But it is deliberate. They have a place called, thank you so much, Kazim Olamide. Maiyegun, you are doing a great job on your analysis. God bless you, bro. Thank you. Here is another example that to tell you that there is something coming that maybe you may not take somebody like me serious, but you are going to take me serious because I am somebody that can wait. I'll give you time. Baba, forget it. It's not that bad. Nobody. They are now saying that everywhere you go in Yoruba land, you should learn how to dodge bullets. Or learn how to probably wear bulletproof. Anything feel happen. Just learn martial. Just learn something. 5 years ago, you would never imagine that would be a case in Yoruba land, Abi. Something is coming. We can see it. It's, in fact, so close than ever. East-West Road is supposed to be the busiest road in Nigeria after Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. You know the state of Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, Abi? I won't talk about that. Go and check the East-West Road. Do you know the contractor that gave the East-West Road to for years that didn't do it? It will shock you. His name is Ike Ekweremadu. You know Ike Ekweremadu? He's been in charge of East-West Road for so long. And those of you who know the road, Abi, you know the story. That's not where I'm going. That East-West Road, or better still, all the road from the west to the eastern Nigeria, you can tell, I'm not going to talk about it. You know what I'm talking about. Nigeria has no money to build infrastructure to the region that actually makes the best or the highest of what Nigeria says they make as revenue. Eastern Nigeria. These are the guys who actually deal with the importation, everything that has to do with all this forex that you're talking about, everything lands in Lagos and move from Lagos to the east. For those who are real traders, they will tell you about that. They deliberately, intentionally, I think it was 7 months ago, they said Calabar Port, that they have commissioned Calabar Port, that people can now, is it called Onitsha Port? There's a port they said 7 months ago they commissioned, that Biafrans are ungrateful people, that Bokwari just commissioned that now people can ship from China to Onitsha. It was a lie. That was 7 months ago. They couldn't think of the economic value of building a train from that same Apapa to the east, where the real billions that run Nigeria economy. Nigeria is an import-dependent country. 90% of what they use in that country, they are imported. It's a shame, but they love to brag and say, we have resources. We have all the resources, even the crude oil that our people in Niger Delta, with their own gorodome, their drums, they are refining crude oil that you can use in your car, use everywhere. They produces AGO, produces petrol and all of that, kerosene. But every day, Nigerian government continue to kill them. The technology being used is not developed. But they would rather ship the crude oil from Niger Delta to God knows where, then import it back to Nigeria. That's to tell you how terrible they are for 60 years. They didn't see any reason to build that network of, that big economic network of rail down to that side. But you know why they won't do it? Because one Nigeria is fake. It is fake. The people who couldn't pretend about it very well are these jihadists in Nigeria government right now. Others have been trying to pretend about it for so long. So they found Nigeria, Katsina to Maradi, Niger Republic. They found that very, very viable for Nigeria to build train from Katsina to Niger Republic, the 37th state of Nigeria. It is deliberate. Every time they are doing election in Niger Republic, they will come to Nigeria. All their governors, all their Fulani governors, they will go to Niger Republic and do campaign for their party there. Bokwari will endorse. Anybody Bokwari endorse there, like they do over there, right? Anyone Bokwari endorses there, the rest of Niger Republic, they will receive the message. Their Millard in Nigeria has endorsed this person. That's how they run it. So they move your money. That same Niger Delta money, that same tax money, that same alcohol money, that Aram money from the infidels, they will pack the money. They will cross the border. Once they have a Mayfield, they will give them the dollar. They will cross the border. They put everything in Niger Republic. As if that is not enough, they have to go and borrow money in the name of Nigeria. 1.97 billion, let's say $2 billion. They want to borrow $2 billion in the name of the entire Nigeria because they want to build train from Katsina to Maradi. They said because the people, businessmen, traders in Niger Republic, they complain about our policemen whenever they are coming from Benin Republic, whenever they are doing their trade and they are passing through Nigeria. Policemen always collect bribe. People always collect things. People always attack them. So because to avoid all of that, Niger Republic, they needed to be safe. Bokwari decided to borrow money in the name of Nigeria. Does that not tell you that something is going on? Does that make any sense at all? In the name of Nigeria. NNPC, zero. No money. April. This is May. They are printing money. Nobody has a clue of how much money they've printed. Abi, they have emptied the CBN as we speak. They are now begging for dollars, begging for this and that. Does that not tell you something is going on? Terrorists are killing everybody here and there. It all look like, okay, we don't even know. Everybody agreed that they are the ones sponsoring it, yeah? But they pretended that to hell with you. Forget, you know what I mean? Go and do your worst. What can you do? And it's true. People can't do anything, it seems. Does that not tell you that something is going on? Now, this pastor came out and he was just being honest. He was talking to his congregation. Guys, I have words for you.
Christ, I bring you greetings from Pastor Ifai, who's busy taking care of a frontier of our world and preparing our escape routes. If you don't have a plan B, I know you have faith, but I have faith too, but I have a plan B. And with technology, I can speak to you from anywhere in the world. Get yourself a plan B, whether that's an Okada to Cameroon, or a flying boat or speedboat as we call them, to Seme-Border, or, a hole in the ground, a bunker. Get a plan B, because these people are crazy. They're nutters, the whole bunch of them. And wait and watch the signs, because it can happen like this. God.
I'm going to try and find the full video, okay? Once I lay my hands on them, I'll share them with you. Maybe all of us go get plan B. I'm already using my own plan B, okay? But not be all of us go get plan B. And we have families there who have no plan B. And the plan B will not really cover all of them. But anyway, if the plan B is to jack, something is going on. It's bigger than what you have seen before. They are hell-bent in staging a coup anytime soon. Yes. First, they want to start that civil war. Genocide in Biafra land is already ongoing. It's like a done deal. And like I said, these guys they're nutters. Today they said they found some Boko Haram in Kano. Don't think everybody don't know what is going on. But the reason why many of us are no longer pretending that we are patriotic Nigerians anymore is this. We don't want to live in denial anymore. There is no Nigeria. There's never been one. These are guys, I think this Reverend Father puts it more better than myself. I'm going to use his words after this. Watch this.
Without justice, criminals without fears, history without glory, heroes without honor, schools without learning, artists without theater, intellectuals without thoughts, terrorists without identity, appointees without life, hunger without famine, change without progress, next level without foundation, democracy without citizen, unity without love, heroes without sacrifice, policies without plans, crimes without culprits, sense without humility, integrity without performance, wars without enemies, billionaires without business, youths without dreams, elders without wisdom, electricity bill without power. My wife added, families without relationship. And if you ask me, I will add, but I will not say so, judiciary without independence. In Nigeria, we are at a time when there is freedom of speech on paper, but there is no freedom at the end of speaking. Before you speak, there is freedom of speech. But after speaking, freedom is not guaranteed. You can finish speaking and something else will happen. We are in a time when there is press freedom, but after the press release, freedom is not guaranteed. You can land yourself in jail. What will you do when you administer justice in an environment like this? When we say A, we mean B. When we say right, we mean left. When there is equality before the law, but in practice, some people are more equal than others.
Now, I'm going to come back to that. Let's take a minute, at least. We call it a break. Take a minute and give a thumb up under this. We have nearly 1,700 of us who are watching right now, and yet only 200 of us actually found time to give that thumb up. So I'm going to give us a minute before we continue. And if you haven't subscribed to Maiyegun's Diary yet, maybe you should take a minute too before we continue. I'll come back to this.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Presido bá rúfin o. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Let's take it to 1,000, at least. Those who are watching Maiyegun right now are not robots, so make it count. Let's take it to 1,000. Thank you very much for those who took out just a minute to do that. Thank you. And for those who are yet to, thank you too, at least, for still staying back so far. So thank you. The situation has gotten to this, whereby when I said time will tell, for those who don't agree yet, I have told you my own background. All of us didn't just come from nowhere and started talking about, oh, break it up, oh, this and that. What is the solution? Someone was asking me, what is now the solution? Maybe you just came out of, you just crawled out from under the rock. The solution is to break everything up. Let everybody decide where they want to live, what country they want to be called. And that is where the bone of contention is. I remember when we were talking about restructuring, we were talking about regionalism, we're talking about resource control. We're talking about a lot of things that could have probably make it sensible to call Nigeria a republic, right? People were talking about, oh, in the restructuring, we will have a state police. People can protect themselves. This, you know what I'm talking about? All the military decree that gave the people's land to government, all those things, people can decide what they want. They said, no, it's anti-enough. It's going to make the northern Nigeria poorer. It's going to make everybody poorer. That's not the Nigeria we want. We want everybody to continue to share the mystery. They killed people because of restructuring. They killed many people because of democracy. Last, when they gave the democracy, meanwhile, thank you very much, Ifeanyi. Got that. When they gave everybody democracy, they now gave you a decreed constitution, military decreed constitution, that they hid it because, well, they've destroyed education and all of that. And they went back to their decree, feeding the north, feeding everybody, poor, feeding the rich people, feeding and all of that nonsense. One Nigeria nonsense. They said it's anti-north. Now that they are promoting jihad, and they are now telling us that there's nothing wrong in Sharia for all of us, we have Muslim brothers and sisters, for goodness sake. I have Muslims, I have them in my family. This was never an issue, because there was what is called mutual respect. You know how to respect the space of people. Until these old foreign ideas are now enveloping us, especially in southern Nigeria. We're supposed to be living together. Now they are now telling us that if you don't practice the Islam their own way, you are an infidel. Even my own Islamic brothers and sisters in Yoruba land, for those who are smart enough, they know that they're not safe in the hands of these guys. Man, they have killed the Hausa who are supposed to be Muslims like them, simply because they felt like they are not the type of Muslims they want. They call them, they say Shia, Sunni, and all that stuff. And they are now telling us that a jihadist apologist can be a minister. It doesn't matter. We can't talk about it, because if we talk about it, you are trying to criticize his religion. Come on. We have Muslims in Yoruba land who have never. I grew up among them. We they do our Ileya together. We they chop ram, chop everything together. Everybody do everything together. They call us. They say we know. There are people who actually be that we don't get religion in Yoruba land. They say, how can you be an Alhaji and your wife is Dickness? How is that even possible? That means you are not, that's a ram. You get what I mean now? They don't see us as that. They say Yorubas, when you see them, when they are doing their traditional this thing, you will see them there. You will see Alaji is going to go and become Otumba somewhere. You will see this Alaja. Alaja is going to go and become Yalode somewhere. They are not, they call us infidel. But we are cool. Because your religion is personal and private. But look at where they are bringing us to now. Now, if I say something, they will say, Maiyegun, you need to watch your mouth about religion. I'm like, it's like you are just knowing me, Abi. You better don't tell me to watch my mouth. When you tell me to watch my mouth about something, that's why I open my mouth. That is exactly when I will open my mouth. Like, you know, and nothing go happen. Nada, nothing go happen. And I mean it, nothing. At least not from you. Because whatever you wish is just going to be a wish. If I get this guy, he's insulting Islam. How? You should be angry that Shekau is calling Allah Akbar, because I am angry. You should be. But when we are talking about Shekau, don't think it is your right to defend him because, oh, I'm a Muslim. I grew up, I was raised a Muslim. Do you know that? And my Islamic name is Abdul Rashid. I've always been a thug. You know, that's what they called me. So I've always been a thug. Somebody will know they listen. Coconut head. But they were right. Last, I no get religion. Some said, Maiyegun, when you say you don't have any religion, that make me feel bad. You are just a very nice person, a kind soul. Well, you know, you should have a religion. Auntie, you see what I'm talking about? Now, so fight they start to. I am happy to have you as my friend if you are a Christian. I am very happy to have you as my friend if you are a Alaja. I'm so glad to call you my pal, even if you don't get any religion, because in fact, that means that I will never sit to judge you, because I won't have to. But when you begin to say, Maiyegun, you know, no, you know, make we respect that. So when I talk about these guys, they make us look like we are living in a different world. And that's what they are bringing on. You see, you will see an average Yoruba boy who knows that in his area, everybody they run things. Nobody too, you know, if you are fasting, people will say, Afa and well. Everybody will want hit for you. Yeah, make una go hit for the back. Afa and well. Some people will say, Afa, you indicate the day. Afa, stand up. If you are fasting, don't disturb us here. Now use no supposed to down. Like that's it. No fight, no nothing. Nobody will bring out bottle. Nobody will bring out dagger. But they are bringing these ideas. They are bringing these new doctrines. They are bringing them into our own youth, invading the land and giving examples of what the world should be. And we are seeing all of these things. And they said, don't talk about them. Don't. Why now? Why would you say we shouldn't talk about it? So the bottom line is that we know everything they use to divide us, to make us look stupid, to make us look like we have no brains. But with programs like this, people will begin to think like, oh, man, why am I even angry? Why am I angry with this guy? Because his opinion is it because I'm made to see him as a Christian or something? Even if it's wrong, why am I angry? Why am I upset? That is his opinion. That's his opinion. That's his. Fine. Do you get that now? That is what is lacking. And that is why we won't stop talking, telling you that, you see, you are not wrong. Go. If you are like those who grew up in the 80s, like me, whether not Muslim or whether not Christian, sometimes we have to go to the mosque. Well, I was raised a Muslim anyway. So first I was raised as a Christian, Celestia. Not Celestia. Cherubim and Seraphim. My mom was going to that church, right? My granddad was a Muslim. So therefore, he wanted me to study the Quran. I was too stubborn. I got to some stage. I didn't finish it, right? Well, here I am. I grew up and then I became a born-again Christian in Foursquare Church, Odogbolu. When I became a born-again Christian, I was good at everything. Like I'm just loyal to whatever I believe in until I don't believe in it anymore, you know. And I was doing fine. And when I then decided that, oh boy, will I say, issue, I let them everybody near. If they won't call us issue, issue, then issue, and issue is not devil in Yoruba land. So if issue is not devil. So if your own Bible says Eshu is devil, if your Quran says Eshu is Shaitani and all of that, in where I come from, Eshu is not devil. Eshu is a prophet. So if you call me Omo Eshu, if I call you Omo Muhammad, if I call you Omo Jesus and you are happy, call me Omo Eshu if that makes you feel better, but it doesn't make me feel bad. That's the way I live. That's the way I grew up. We're not meant to judge ourselves. We judge people based on what they do, not what we think they would do. But look at our society today. Easily offended. You know what I mean now? Easily offended when you say something. I don't want to do anything with you. This one that is not, you know what I mean? But we will continue to give this type of messages to let you know that everything they have planted into your head to make you think it is so difficult, impossible to think outside the box of where they have put you in. Some of us who were once like you, were patriotic. We're patriotic Nigerians. We're hoping that maybe some of us who pretended to be patriotic too, some of them don't gain access into the cookie jar. And if you see them now, everywhere now, they have, when you talk now, they say, you don't understand Nigeria. Let me tell you something, right? There was this meeting in Abuja that they did last week. That meeting was a very powerful meeting. As you won't boo us. You said don't they chop, you don't tell us now, say we don't know anything about Nigeria. Now that they pay you, they don't make you PA. They have made you what? You are now a contractor. Small money don't they come. Now we don't know anything about Nigeria. You know everything about Nigeria now. Nigeria will never break up because they give you change that you wake up one morning and they will say, Baba, they don't bomb everywhere. If you go there, now you're funeral. You know what I mean? That same place, that's how Nigeria is. It can kill you anytime. That's how it is. So because they are giving you something that you now know Nigeria a lot. Hello, Ominino West. Abi, are you not the Ominino West? Ominino we. You know Nigeria. Baba, you don't understand. I'm telling you, it's not going to be easy. Who told you it's going to be easy? The ways that are holding Nigeria together, are they telling you that it's easy? If you don't get mental, if you hold Nigeria like that, they kill people every day. Kill people, deny that you kill them. Kill them, deny. Kidnap them, deny. Person will not have to do that. So if you think if those who want to take it away from them, you think it's going to be easy, tell me about it. Egbon. And it's not easy, Maiyegun. That thing it's not. Tell me now. We continue to put fire. And many people who are also believing. I used to believe too. You remember? I used to believe too. My dream. I actually had a dream as a young boy that I was going to join the army so that maybe one day I would just plan a coup. I would just take over. I would just do gang. I was a little boy. I picked up the form. They brought the form to Odogbolu, my secondary school. They brought the form. Do you want to join the army? Because it was that time that General Dia, Oladipupo Dia, was the number 2 man. Every time he comes to Odogbolu then, you will see like about 500 cars. I'm like, So as a little boy, little kids who line up the street, will be counting. Some of you who grew up in the 80s, early 90s, you will know what I'm talking about. And all of you, Egbon, those of you who know Buhari in 1985, and you kept your mouth shut because you have Jakpa, you have been away. You didn't tell us, you didn't join us that Buhari is this. You knew him. I didn't know much about him. I read about him when I finally grew up, right? But back then, we would line the streets. We'll be counting cars. Odogbolu wasn't so big then. It's a bigger place now. So you can tell. So all the soldiers, they are the northerners. All these northern soldiers, they will be speaking Hausa, By then, it was alive. There was no Fulani terrorists. There was nobody to kidnap you. If anybody kidnap you, now people will want to take you to Ogunwowo. And in Odogbolu, we have this our own Eshuerelu in Odogbolu. Very powerful. I believe it. It's very powerful. And you cannot tell me otherwise. Eshuerelu, if you cannot kidnap anybody in Odogbolu, if you kidnap anybody from Odogbolu, you will return them back to Odogbolu. I have seen it happen. So don't question me about it. I'm very serious. But nevertheless, you will see all these soldiers following Oladipupo Dia to Odogbolu. So as kids, it was an inspiration. You know this thing like aspire to perspire, to maguire to acquire, and require then retire. Maybe then finally, I don't know. But I was inspired. Like one day I'm going to be a soldier. If Dia could be a vice president, all I need is just to join the army. And I'm a very smart guy. I will know how to maneuver my way. I was a little boy. Oh boy, until the breaking news, they have arrested Dia. For you to know how long I have been, I was probably maybe 11, I'm not sure. What is that? 84 to 96, to 94. That's 10 years. I was probably a 10-year-old boy. I was like, I'm going to, and in my mind then I was like, I will gain power. I will arrest all these people who have made people poor. You know, that little boy mentality. Until they arrested Dia and they put him in chain, I was like, eh? We checked the paper in Odogoli, was breaking news. Ola they put Dia in handcuff. Ha! As a little boy, I was like, eh? So it's possible to arrest Dia. Number 2 man. Oh, well, I know they join army again. No, forget it. So we were once patriotic. We thought we could make a difference, but we are just a spittle in an ocean. A spittle, just spittles in an ocean. But if you have to break it, you can't break it within. You have to burn. You have to turn on the heat from everywhere. And like magic, like when you are smoking rat out of the hole, these criminals will run away one by one. They will abandon their loot, and we will have the opportunity of having the country that is ours. That's why I'm not in a hurry. I'm not. Why should I be in a hurry for something that is not totally in our control? But we have a chance of directing it. How is it going to go? That is where the diasporans comes in. Can you imagine how much we send to Nigeria every year? That's the one they can account for, those ones that pass through their system. Oh. What about the ones that meet me at the airport? Meet me at the airport by 4 p.m. My flight is 7 p.m. So if you don't meet me around 4 p.m., I can't hold the money for you. Okay, sir. $5,000, 25,000 pounds. Yes, sir. Please let me hold this to Nigeria. Somebody will collect it. The one that didn't pass through the system, $33 billion annually. That's a lot of money. But yet, this money goes into paying for hospital bills, medical bills, school fees, giveaway on social media, random support for people you don't know. All this money you are sending into that system, they are the money that keeps that country a little bit all right. Because you know what? It would have turned to Venezuela. It's worse than Venezuela, but people still they maintain, you know. People are maintaining, managing. 33 billion, yet we don't have a say. We are complaining from outside. Hey, ole. But that's all we do. You know, that's what they reduce us to, because we have refused to understand the influence that we actually wield. Diasporans. And when you look at those who are the majority in the diaspora, they are the Southerners. So the fate of Nigeria in the next 10 years, if it will last that long, is in our own hand. And that fate has been decided. It must break up. And the reason for that is because that's the only way to save lives. Make sense?